Hello crafters, I'm JanB and I'm an independent Stampin' Up demonstrator. Today I'm going to show you how I made this new baby card. What makes this card a little bit different is that the elephant swings to the side and there's a sentiment underneath there. It says a great big welcome for a sweet little someone. You could put a photograph in there. I'm sure there's lots of different ideas that you can come up with, but I'm going to show you how I made this. I'm going to do one in pink, so this is the boys one, and Blushing Bride will do the girls. So to start off with, the card pieces that you're going to need: Whisper White card base, which measures 8 1/4 inches by 5 3/4 inches, scored and folded at 4 1/8 inches, which is 21 by 14.5 centimetres, scored and folded at 10.5 centimetres. And then 2 pieces of Blushing Bride, which should measure 3 7/8 inches by 5 1/2 inches, which is 10 by 14 centimetres. A piece of Whisper White, which should measure 3 3/4 inches by 5 3/8 inches, which is 9.7 by 13.7 centimetres. A piece of Whisper White, which measures 3 inches by 3 3/4 inches, which is 7.6 by 9.7 centimetres. 2 pieces of Designer Series paper, and these two are from Tropical Escape, and they should measure 3 3/4 inches by 1 1/4 inches, which is 9.7 by 3.1. And on this card I'm changing the decoration on the side there to white, so you need some scraps of white to do those. You need a scrap of Blushing Bride to do the welcome down there, and you need Blushing Bride, and you need to be able to do 3 elephants. I've done one on the inside as well. Okay, so to start off with, I'm going to do the stamping, which are those 2. And the stamp set I'm using, or stamp sets, is I'm using the Little Loves for the elephant and the sentiment, and I'm using Animal Outing for the welcome down there. I would just like to explain about my stamps. This one and this one I have actually cut in half, like that and like that. When I did it, I just did one straight cut down there, so if I wanted to use it as one stamp, it will fit together perfectly so that it still fits the die. Do remember, if you do cut your stamps like that, it will make your guarantee with Stampin' Up null and void, but I don't expect to have trouble with my stamps. I've been with Stampin' Up for so long now that it hasn't happened yet, and I would have to be extremely unlucky if it did ever happen. So it's not something that I worry about. The dies that I'm using are from Little Loves, which is going to be the elephant, and this one also is from Little Loves. Okay, so this is what how they die cut out. That's why it was important when I cut them in half to make sure that I'd be able to put the 2 stamps together again so that I could use that double one, and that's the fancy bit as well. And the other die set I'm using is called Bunch of Banners, and that's what I'm using, that little one there, for the welcome. Right, so stamping with the elephant, I recommend that you have your cardstock and you stamp it upright like this, so when you're die cutting like that, and you're not wasting anything here, or you're not having to think, I need to cut that bit off before you start die cutting. Now I have already done 2 of my elephants, but I want to show you how I do their eyes, because I don't like closed eyes on my images. And the sentiment elephant, I stamp the sentiment first, albeit upside down. So to draw the eyes, I use my basic black Stampin' Right marker, and I use the pen end. And the reason I do it upside down is because this way I can see the whole of my circle as I'm drawing it, whereas if I do it round this way, I'm blocking up this down bit here, so I can't really see what I should be doing up there. I don't always get it right doing it this way, but I do know that I'm in with a better chance. So I have to stop talking while I do this, bear with me. Okay, they're not perfect circles, but they are really pretty good. And then I just colour in half of the bottom bit to make the eyes. Okay, as I say, not perfect, but it works. So that needs to be die cut. Let's stamp this one. This is the welcome. That's it. Okay, so I need that, that and that. In fact, I see that I've still got something in the little tag bit there. There we go. Right, so I'll get the big shot. And I'll do the die cutting first. And the only, oh no, I will die cut both of these with you. Okay, so first of all, there's the elephant. I'll come back and do the welcome once I've done this one. Let me just make sure I've got that. Yep, I think that's fine. So let's do that one. Okay, so that's one. Now this one, use the same side because you need the elephant that's got that little tag on it. Just centre that, make sure it's nice and straight. I think that's straight. Okay, so there's that one. And don't need that now, do we? Let's just get this one. Oh, I know what else we need to do. That's for that. I have already done 4 of those, but I do like to do one of everything with you. Now this one, just make sure it's in the centre and straight. That looks fine. There we go. Okay, so that's the welcome. It's gone off over to the left, the right slightly, but never mind. And then there's this one. I should have brought over my die brush, but I forgot. But it comes out beautifully. But it leaves all the bits in there. But I'm only doing one of them, so it's not that important for me, but it will be more important for yourself. I do recommend you use your die brush. Right, now for this piece, on this card I used the Tufted embossing folder, but this time I've decided I'm going to use the woodland, which is the trees, if I can find it. Oh, here it is. Okay, so just pop that in and make sure that you've got it straight. I'll take mine near the bottom there because that gives me a straight line to work towards. Let me hold that up to the light. Yep, that's good. Right, this isn't a dynamic one, so you still need your 2 cutting mats. And make sure that you put your fold of your embossing folder in first. Change over your plate. You don't need your platform rather. You don't need a magnetic. You need your normal standard platform. This one here. Let's try that again. Oh, much easier. There we go. And there's our trees. Okay. So let's put all that away. And that, don't need that. Rest that on there. There we go. So let's do this bit first. Now what we need is, first of all, we need to trim these bits off. So I do the front elephant first, and my scissors, and I just follow this line as a curve. Okay, so now the next bit, I line the 2 up perfectly, and that's easy to do because you've used your die the same way round, and then just cut around there. Now before I go on, I'll show you the other one that you need, that you're going to be doing on the inside of your card. This is one that I did earlier, but I hadn't cut it. So as well as cutting off the ear like that, for the inside of the card you need to cut that off as well. So just follow that round. Okay. So those are the elephants that you need. So now we need to put these onto here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to work out where the centre is down here. As you know, the dark line there is my 8 inches. How far down can you see? There we go, that's good. So that side comes to 6.5 inches, and that goes to 9.5 inches because my piece is 3 inches. So I know that that line there, that position there, is halfway across. So all I need to do now is to decide exactly where I want my elephant to go. So if I had him there, and that one, no, I think I bring him down a bit. Yep, that's good. So I'm going to do it that one there, okay? And I'm going to use my 1/16 of an inch punch. I meant to check to see whether we still do this. I'm not sure. I'll put it in the list of products used and in the box under the video. Oh, that's scrunching that up. Let me turn that over. I've given it a little bit of a squeeze and I can see where that mark was going. Okay, so a tip is work from the back. So I just want to erase those pencil marks. we go. Now what I'm going to use for the brads, we sell packets of 40, and these you get silver, gold and copper, and I think there's a rose gold. I think there should be 4 colours in here, and there's 3 sizes, and you get 4 in each, so that gives you 40 in all. I'm just going to be using one of the smallest silver ones. I wonder what the rose gold looks like. Oh, that looks quite nice actually. I'm going to use that. Now before I start, I like to just make sure that these prongs are open. Where's my paper piercer? Oh, here you are. Yeah, that's fine. So I am going to pop those 2 together, put that through there, pop that through there, there we go, and do that as tight as you can. Okay, even when it's tight, this will still move. So now I'm going to pop these on here. So the way I do it is I do these outside bits first. In the Tropical Escape Designer Series paper, it's a 6x6 paper pack. There were 4 different designs I could have chosen for this card that were just Blushing Bride, but I thought I'd go for the flowers as this is girly. So just pop that on, leaving a small gap all the way round, and then do the same with the piece the other end. And then you should find that with the white piece, your embossed piece with the trees, you should find that it will overlap slightly. I did it like that so there wasn't any question of any gaps showing through. In fact, I need that bit now, don't I? There we go. That looks good. Okay, so now I'm going to pop it onto my card. I got this idea for the elephant, well, it was more the swing really, from a swap I received from somebody when I went to the on-stage convention in Brussels in November 2014, and her name, the lady who did it, her name is Tanya Rowe, and something tells me she was a German lady. I don't know. If you're watching this, Tanya, and I've got that totally wrong, I'm sorry. But what she had done was she had used stars, and when you moved the star, well, the top star to the side, there was a photograph of her in there. And I thought, what a great idea. So I made a Christmas card using stars in 2014. But I haven't done anything with it since, apart from now. But you could use any shapes that you wanted. The star and the elephant are particularly good because they've both got the points. Like the elephant's got the tabs on it up here, and the star, that had the point on it as well. So whether that would make it impossible or more difficult for other shapes like circles and what have you, I don't know. I can't imagine it would. Something's telling me that it would work with any shapes. I mean, it may be that the swing would be a little bit off centre. For example, if you did hearts, you'd, I don't know though, you could do it in the centre where the two curved bits meet, couldn't you? She says, thinking aloud. If anybody tries it, please share your card with me. I'd like to see how that one works out. There we go. Oops. There we go. Right, I'm just going to put my elephant on the inside. I'm going to glue him down with Tombow. There we go. And what I'm going to do with this, I'm going to glue the elephant underneath down. Just going to put some glue underneath there and just make sure that I put him straight. Yep, I think that's straight. Okay. The purpose of actually gluing that bit down is so that when the elephant gets swung to the side, that doesn't go with it. Okay, so there's that. I've got the welcome, which I'm going to use some dimensionals. And if you're thinking, if you sent this to somebody, would they know what to do with it? Would they know to swing that? I think they would, because one, they would see the brad there and they would automatically think, oh, what's that? And also that the elephant is, the top one is standing away from that one underneath. That happens when you lift this up to glue underneath, so that's a little advantage of that, if you like. Right, now I need to glue these on, and shall I be very naughty, just to speed things up a bit, I'm going to use my two-way glue pen. It is a Stampin' Up product, but unfortunately it's retired, which is such a shame. That's it. But it just does this so quickly. You can get two-way glue pens in craft shops, but the only ones I've ever seen is they've had very, very fine points on the end, really light pens, whereas ours was really lovely and wide. As you can see, it's brilliant. I just got quite a lot of these when I knew that they were being retired. We will be having a new retired list coming out soon, because we've got a new catalogue coming out at the beginning of June. So do have a look at that, just in case there's something that's going to be retiring but you really like using it. Another thing that I bought a couple of years back now, I think it was, when I found that it was retiring, but only retiring because it was being repackaged, and that was the rhinestones and the pearls. So they are marked if they're retiring, just because they're being repackaged. So do have a look out for that. I think I rather like this with white. I wasn't sure about it. Oops. Tweezers are getting sticky now. Right, so all I need to do now is to add some rhinestones. Now on this one, what I did was I added some little, I think they're white sequins, I don't think they were meant to be a colour, and then some of our metallic silver pearls in them. Okay, so that's what I've done on that one. On this one, I think I might just go straight for, don't know, pearls, as this is all white. Oh, they're the ones that I went for on the blue card. I don't know quite what colour that is, or at least which set it was from. Rhinestones, fancy pearls. No, rhinestones. Must be the other box. Let's have a look in this one. Oh dear, I've got my boxes really muddled up now, haven't I? I thought it should have been in the pink one. Ah, there we go. Basic pearls. Crikey, it looks like I've only got big ones. They may be too big. I think they are. Let me just cut some of these down. When they retired these ones, they stopped doing the strings, the continuous bits like this. So now you only get loose ones. In fact, now that I've cut those, I think the big ones are going to be better, because that almost disappears. Yeah, let's go back. Rewind. So I did 3 on one side, 2 on the opposite side. There we go on that one. I'll try and do the same on this one. I've got little ones stuck there. In fact, little ones can go on there, can't they? Okay, we've got another loose one here. Yeah. As I didn't do that very well in the centre, did I? Well, there we go. I hope you liked today's project, and I really hope you give it a try. And also let me know what ideas you come up with what you do inside there, and also what shapes you use. I'm really pleased that I've done the white, and I think it looks great with the pearls too. Really pleased with that. So where's the boys? Okay, so that's the boy one, that's the girl one. If you have any questions or any comments to make, please leave them in the box below the video. You can access the box if you're watching the video on YouTube. Also in the box below will be all the products that I've used here, except for that glue pen, which I say is now retired. But I only used it to speed it up a bit to stick those down. Everything else will be available in my 24/7 online Stampin' Up shop. If you do buy from my shop, please, during March, please quote that hostess code number so that I can send you some free product at the end of the month, or at least the beginning of the next month. If you've enjoyed my video and would like to be notified each time I upload a new video, please click on the subscribe button, which is down there in the corner, and then click on the bell so that you get the notifications. If you do this card and you do something different, please join my Happy Crafting Facebook group if you haven't done already, because I'd love to see what you do with it. Many thanks for joining me today. Until next time, happy crafting. Cheerio.